as info as possible. Alpha 7 as well, kind of the same story for them. But they do see Na'Vi in the back lines to try to make it in. One player from Na'Vi getting caught off guard by Revo. He's not going to let him go just like that. He's not going to be spared this time. A7 trying to capitalize on Na'Vi.
Yeah, next zone goes up too. So we see A7 kind of pushing out, trying to make sure to gatekeep Na'Vi. And they're doing a good job. They are doing a great job, actually. There's now Na'Vi kind of scattering right now. Nowhere to really go. And I don't know what their utility is looking like when it comes to vehicles. They could definitely use that right now, right here. But A7, 4 kills, trying to be that edge sweeper. But over here, Buluk popping up with the pull-up on a Ghost Gaming. And, well, Bayo able to put a stop to at least some of it with that Uzi.
Exactly, some close-range duels going on. Even Bullock again getting real up close and personal against Ghost Gaming. Ghost Gaming is the one trying their best to try and hold off this compound. Unicorns of Love on the other hand. Going against Football is GK. Is the man the clotheslines, but he gets taken down. That vehicle damage, the vehicle blow-up damage, couldn't really withstand it. So GK out in the open, got taken down. There's no way he's going to be able to get himself back up on that. And just like that, Fenerbahce is the one to come out on top in that fight.
Fenerbahce, once again, hey, last game they did pretty well. This game, they're still just kind of steamrolling through a lobby, playing that edge. Let's see what they're going to do when they have to deal with Team Queso right ahead of them. Remember, we keep talking about it. A strong start here. Yeah, the goal, top 16, but I think a strong start here will give any of these teams that had any self-doubt, will give them that confidence, that momentum to move forward and be like, hey, we can compete in this lobby. We have what it takes. So you love to see teams like Fenerbahce really take advantage of that and pop off. And, well, talk about popping off. More team fights happening out here. A couple grenades getting tossed out there in the distance. There's going to be Mad Bulls trying to set up a defense.
Exactly. And now it's Black Dragon as well going against Mad Bulls. Black Dragon's, of course, going to be having that mental game on their side because they won the first game of Erangel. So I'm not really expecting them to kind of at least having some jitters over there. But Fenerbahce, one man being taken down. They're only left with 3 players alive. Flaky not in the game anymore. Fenerbahce kind of handicapped. Team Queso in the front lines. They will have to try and go through, or at least try and penetrate through Team Queso's defense. Utilities coming in from both these sides. Nate Parade comes in. Smokes as well utilized to try and make a safe rotation. But that's not going to be the case. Instead, Fenerbahce slowly and steadily, they're crumbling down. Another man falls apart. Team Queso, they're doing a great job making sure Fenerbahce isn't really overstepping their boundaries.
Yeah, and they're also getting third party from across the way. We see Knights in that little church tower getting some nice shots onto Fenerbahce's Dukin machine, who was in the front lines looking to really get this engagement underway. Only 2 players alive for Team Queso. So Team Queso really catching a break right there in my books with the kind of the help, I guess you could put, from the Knights with that third-party action, really forcing that fight to pull off. But over here, the Knights, well, they got bigger problems here in the graveyard. You got the Mad Bulls trying to pull up behind them.
Mad Bulls as well joining the party over here. But guess what? They're the one facing the front side over here. Agori goes down. The man falls down. I don't really feel like he's going to be able to get him back on the feet. Yes, Mad Bulls left with only 3 players alive. Effect making a little mistake over there. He gets caught off guard instantly. He's not going to be spared this time. Navi as well making that crucial rotation. That's but they take a lot of damage. And just like how they caught off guard in the previous game, the same thing happens over here. They get caught off guard. They get caught in that rotation. And Navi, they are eliminated pretty early. 10th position, if I'm not wrong. Alpha 7 getting pushed on by the players of S2G. Oh, Cario being spotted out. That jump shot landing. And just like that, Cario, though, he's doing a great job replying back in style. But not enough. He will be taken care of.
Yeah, really surprised with Navi's kind of, I know it's only been 2 games, but really surprised. They did get that direct invite from CIS. They did finish #1 in the EU Championships. So it's one of those teams that they kind of ramp up as time goes on, right? They ramp up, but you don't want to miss that super weekend. That's the spot. So top 16, the goal here. We're going to keep talking about it because that's pretty much the importance of the weekdays.
Yep.
But you would like to see, you know, a lot of expectations, right, for Navi, for a couple of these teams like A7. They got a lot of fans showing up here, supporting them in the chat. And talking about fans, well, Ghost Gaming Another one of these teams representing North America out here so far with 8 kills. They're going to be right there on the edge trying to take some shots at the Knights and also keeping Fenerbahce at bay. Both teams on the edge right now.
Exactly. Both the teams at the edge. Black Dragons as well, kind of over there. Golden is the man on the edge of the zone, including Ghost Gaming and Fenerbahce. Black Dragons, as I mentioned, they're looking pretty confident as well. They were looking pretty confident in the Erangel game. They were the one who won it up. They are looking pretty confident in the Miramar game as well. Eastern Stars, on the other hand, taking a dig on the enemy hills, and this time it's going to be Black Dragon taking a few shots onto themselves. It's equal, right? Octavian also falls down, but the rest should be back up without any worries.
Yeah, we got, 8 teams still alive, about 22 minutes into the game. Next circle did shift. They went out there to that east side. Looks like Eastern Stars are going to be benefiting off of that one. And Mad Bulls in that graveyard. Remember, we saw them pull up a little earlier on. Now Ghost, now Knights, now S2G. They all need to reposition, and Knights going to be trying to defend right now. Gatekeep as all these teams collapsing right on top of them. And S2G, ooh, one of their squad mates catching a couple members of Ghost Gaming slipping off guard there in that bus.
Exactly. S2G as well, all the way on the right side. They aren't really showing their presence too much in the game. They're making sure they're being as anonymous as possible. But finally being spotted out by Eastern Stars. Took a few shots onto them. Eastern Stars as well, looking pretty shaky inside this one. Circle has shifted over to Eastern Stars, so they're looking pretty great up till now. But guess what? Knights catching one man off guard from Fenerbahce Esports, and he will be taken down and confirmed as instantly. Fenerbahce now left with only one last man alive, Mad Bulls, spotting the rotation from Black Dragons. That's quite a risky one as well. Both of them fall down. That was a way big of a risk taken. Black Dragon took the gamble, and they are the one to get down.
Everybody just sending it right here. And honestly, I'm looking at the Knights. They had a soft 2-2 split. Yeah, they're not in the zone, but they're right there on the edge, and they've been setting up a nice little defense camp here in this area for a couple minutes now. And they are doing a good job at racking up some kills. We see Xenox popping a grenade to stop the push from HH, reposition with their teammates. But look at that. Mad Bulls, Yin Yang, catching a sweet grenade on Alucard right there.
Exactly, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful nade to open the fray up as well. Now, Ghost Gaming, they're on the charge. They do realize they also need to get in the zone. As we mentioned, they're only down to just that one last man alive. It's H24. But Eastern Stars, they have the high ground on this entire situation. They're going to be also having a lot of advantage over any other team in the game right now. And we do know what high grounds is capable of, especially the example of the previous Erangel game. Ooh. That's what won Black Dragon their game. But S2G replying back in style. Kapahala goes down. Ghost Gaming, last man, HS24 being spotted. Prones down behind the wall. Mad Bulls in the front lines. They have been fighting against Knights since a long time now, but they want to make sure that they're making it quick because Mad Bulls are taking a lot of shots, even from the side of Eastern Stars. Eastern Stars having clear line of sight some Knights, and they're not going to spare them just like that. Beautiful nade to catch the player off guard.
Dude, we got, what, like 3 of the Eastern Stars teammates up here on the high ground just spraying down their UMPs. We saw a couple moments ago Octavian get a nice little knock on the coops out there. Now there's going to be pre-firing through those smokes who currently Knights are trying to utilize to get the reset, get the pickup. But honestly, Eastern Stars up there on the high ground just peppering shots at anything that moves down here in the graveyard. Huge opportunity for them right here to capitalize because next zone does pop. And it looks like nobody's dead center. So who's going to survive? HH24, though. Oh, talk about the discipline right there. Oh, my goodness. Uzi in hand. It's all effect right ahead of him. Just trying to survive, though. That's the name of the game. 5 teams to go. Placement points. That's what these teams who are currently hiding in the graveyard, you have to assume that's what's on their mind right now.
That's what Ghost Gaming's going for as well, especially having the first game. That bad of a game. So Ghost Gaming as well, they do realize they do need the survival points, and that's what they're exactly going for. Eastern Stars finally making their way down, and they're taking a lot of damage on themselves. Mad Bulls is the one taking a couple of shots onto them. Knights slowly and steadily racking up behind Mad Bulls. This might be a huge third party coming in because Mad Bulls, they also need to take care of the front lines and also from the back lines as well. But guess what? The nade from Eastern Stars is going to be catching effect. That's going to be helping Knights so much in making that push happen.
Yeah, Knights have such a strong dip. They're utilizing this terrain to perfection.
Oh, no.
But Monkey UMP in hand, catching Chico off guard. Alucard trying to pop their heads up from that dip I was just mentioning, trying to take some shots, but Eastern Stars starting to flex out right here.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be sweeping around this edge that the Knights are currently holding behind. Xenox popping a nice molly out there to kind of put a halt to that push, but this is it. Comes down to this, game number 2.
Exactly, this is what it comes down to. Knights versus Eastern Stars. Eastern Stars have been looking pretty strong. It's a 3-on-3 situation for now. Eastern Stars as well, they are looking pretty decent. Knights, they have the edge to work around with, but the wall of death is moving in further as well. And Knights, they do seem to have a lot of pressure on their backs. Xenox slowly and steadily being forced in the zone. Including that, Eastern Stars, they have the advantage inside this zone. They are pretty much in the center. They have the most amount of zone covered as well. Knights, they will have to sweep their way in.
Yeah, look how Xenox and Alucard, how they're splitting up. They recognize the situation, and they know if one grenade was to connect onto them, they do not want to be grouped up. So